question is, when staring at your big goal and it seems like a massive elephant that you can't conquer, what will you do? Well, that's the question, and this podcast, Eat Your Elephant, is here to help you to find the answer that will keep you moving forward and making progress. Because you can eat your elephant one bite at a time. I'm your host, Nick Macy, and let's dive right in.
Well, hello there. Glad you're here. Glad you're listening in. And more importantly, I'm glad that you're out there trying to conquer your goals. Life isn't something just to breeze through with no intention. No, this is a wonderful opportunity that you have to make your life more how you want it to be. Now, it takes a little bit of effort, but here in this podcast, we want to go over some ways to hopefully help make it a little bit easier and get you to be making that progress that you want to make, which is right in line with today's episode. We're talking about getting your mindset right. See, your thoughts, your mindset, they can be one of your greatest assets. Or your mindset and thoughts could become an insurmountable barrier that will stop all your progress and prevent you from moving closer to your goals. So, which one will it be for you? Now, I'm asking you, which one will it be for you? Because you do choose. Now, yes, some people just naturally have one kind of mindset or their thoughts naturally go in one direction. They have a predisposition to being able to see the positive and the opportunities and just know what that next step is. Yeah, some people have that. That's a wonderful blessing, and it's a gift. And some people naturally have a predisposition to a different kind of mindset that might not be as helpful. I don't know which category you fall into. Hopefully it's the one that makes it just naturally a little easier. But let me tell you a secret. Regardless on how you naturally think or your mindset, how it tends to come naturally for you, regardless, you can impact your mindset and your thoughts to be able to create them in a way that allows them to be an asset. Now, if it's natural for you or not, let me go ahead and tell you another secret you already know. Conquering your big goals will take doing some things that may not come naturally to you. It doesn't mean you can't do it. It just means that you need to be intentional with what you do. You know this, because if you have a big goal, if it just came naturally, whatever it took to achieve it, if that just came naturally to you, you'd already have achieved it, and you'd be working on your next goal. So be willing to do some things that may not come naturally. It may not be the easiest thing, because you know that when you do the things that require being intentional and take a little bit of effort and maybe even some hard work, when you do those things, you get the benefits, you get the payoffs, you get to experience your life how you want it to be. On the mindset, if you want to adjust the mindset a little bit, maybe push it toward being more of an asset and not a barrier or liability, then here's some tips for you. First one, and this one, it sounds weird. It sounds like a little bit backwards, but act how you want to think. See, the brain believes the body. It does. And so if I act in a way, then I'm going to begin to think that way too. One of the things I do is work with people who are trying to prepare for job interviews. And if you are a little bit nervous or not very confident, and you go into the job interview with your head hung low and your shoulders slumped over, and you don't make any eye contact, not only will you look like you have no confidence, but you'll begin to feel like you're less and less confident. Now, so what I recommend for people to do is begin to act as though they feel how they want to feel. If you want to feel like you have confidence, then act like it. I'm not saying showboat, but just stand up tall, have good posture, make eye contact. When you act in a certain way, it helps you to feel that way. So if your mindset's getting in your way, try to act like you want to feel. Regarding your goals, it might be if you want to feel like being productive, then just start doing work. Once you get the body moving, then all of a sudden, maintain that momentum is easier. The next tip I have for you is tell yourself what you want to think. And just like acting how you want to think, telling yourself what you want to think, it does take some effort because otherwise it would just, if it came naturally, it would just be what you're already telling yourself. But self-talk works. So tell yourself what you want to think. If you want to think that you have more energy, then tell yourself, I have more than enough energy to do what I need to do. If you want to feel better, be like, hey, you know what? I can make it through this. I don't feel too bad. I'm going to take these steps anyways. Be a little bit encouraging to yourself. Tell yourself these words. Even tell yourself what you need to hear out loud. It helps. It sounds hokey. It sounds weird. It does take some effort, but you get to experience the benefits. All right. The next one is look for what you want to see. See, I believe you get more of what you focus on. If you want to see more positive things, then look for them. The negative things tend to pop out nice and easy. They grab our attention. That's why the news is a whole boatload of negative stuff. You don't even tend to hear about the good things that are happening out there because they don't sell as much. They don't grab your attention as quickly as the negative. So it does take a little bit of effort. But if you look for the things that you want to see, the positive, the opportunities, the solutions, what can go right, what you've done right, then look for it. And the last one is just remind yourself. There's some things that you can remind yourself of that will help get your mindset going in the right direction. Remind yourself of what you're working toward. A lot of times these big goals, it takes effort over a long period of time, and don't lose sight of your goal. Like you're working towards something that's very important to you, something that you care about, something that's going to make a difference in your life and possibly the lives of other people. Remind yourself of what you're working toward. Remind yourself of why it's important. Taking a lot of steps and putting in a lot of hard work, it can be draining sometimes. But your why, the why it's important to you, see, that's a powerful thing. Remind yourself of it. Never lose sight of that, because that's what can keep you moving forward. And also, remind yourself of the progress that you've made, because you have taken steps. If anything, if it's just detailing your goals and writing them out, that is steps. That is progress. So remind yourself of what you've done so far. You're not starting from zero. No matter what, even if you just said in your mind, hey, I want to improve my life, if that's the only thing that you've done, you have taken steps to go forward. That is progress. That is good. Those are good things. One of the last things I want to share with you is a quote from Dr. Amy Cuddy. She's the lady that really promotes power poses. She studies body language and body posture. And she says, fake it till you become it. Not fake it till you make it, but fake it till you become it. I probably should have included this in the top part about acting how you want to think. But what it is it's act how you want to become. Because then it makes it, you're already taking steps to do that. You start to feel like that. You start to think like that, however it is that you want to be. And then you actually become that person. It does take some effort, being very intentional and choosing what you do. But you can make these changes, and even to something like mindset and thoughts, like you can impact it. Now, doing what comes easy and naturally, it won't get you anywhere you haven't been. So be intentional and choose these things that are going to help you to succeed where you want to succeed and to achieve your goals. Because it is worth the effort. You can do it. Well, thanks for listening to today's episode. I hope you enjoy the Eat Your Elephant podcast. If you made it all the way this far, then definitely go out there and rate and review this podcast so other people can find it. And you can find me on Instagram too. I'm trying to share more stuff there. Just look for Nick Maisie. That's my name. All right. Thanks for listening. Take care. I'll talk to you in the next episode.